wind, sand and water, the three forces that shape this island of time. And between them, they've created one of the great, unstoppable forces of nature.
They're called sand blows, gigantic sand dunes that are driven slowly across the island on a track dictated by the wind.
Sand blows bury everything in their path. Forests disappear and emerge as dead stumps many years later. The whole process of a sand blow starting and finally running out of momentum can take hundreds or even thousands of years.
The only other natural event that compares with a sand blow is the movement of a glacier, the frozen rivers in colder climates. These massive systems on this island of time are sometimes called glaciers of sand.
When the trees emerge as lifeless stumps, they're transformed again by natural sandblasting that strips away the wood until the tree finally disintegrates. Sometimes the only thing that will stop a sand blow is when it completely crosses the island and reaches the water.
When we return to the beach, the ever-present dingoes lead us to a large green turtle stranded on the beach.
Unfortunately, she looks very tired and perhaps debilitated. We need to measure the animal and take notes of the circumstances to pass on to the Department of Environment, who have wildlife researchers who are discovering more about the habits and life cycles of these incredible reptiles.
These scratch marks on the shell could be the result of a boisterous mating ritual.
Hard shell was some protection, but when we take a look at the flipper buried in the sand, we see the wounds inflicted by one of the many sharks in these waters off Fraser Island.
There's nothing we can do to help. Injuries as serious as these can be fatal. The turtles are very tough survivors and can live up to 100 years, but the head and flippers are always vulnerable. The turtle's best chance is simply to be left alone.
Dingoes are curious of everything, and human activity might mean food, and this one follows Terri to see if she has any scraps. He's apparently very playful and always hungry. This performance has probably won him a feed in the past.
Then he spots a bird and gives chase. Is he just being playful, or does he want a feed? As Steve said, the dingo's always on the lookout for food. A small whiting has been hit by a predatory fish, probably a mackerel. It's a perfect target for the birds. Because it's injured, the fish is easy to spot from the air and easy to catch. A Brahminy kite is the first to swoop. Then it has to defend its catch against the sea eagle that had been circling the same feed.
Further along the beach, we find a shovel-nosed shark. Now, this bloke is a hunter in his own right, but he's been taken out by a much bigger predator, probably another large shark.
Dingoes that patrol the shoreline find many of their meals washed up from the sea. This one's even trying his powerful jaws on a coconut.
Fraser Island has been known for its rich fishing for longer than recorded history.
And in the waves, the dolphins are hunting fish and enjoying the surf. They're so close to the beach that we decide to stop. It's the perfect opportunity to get close enough to film them as they ride the waves.
Now, this little boat isn't designed for the surf. Normally, we use it for chasing crocodiles in calm water, but dolphins don't come in this close to shore very often, and it's the perfect opportunity for what seems to be a little bit of a risk.
There's a fascinating story that early European visitors recorded about the dolphins and the Fraser Island Aborigines. The local tribes used to work with the dolphins to increase their haul of fish. The dolphins would herd the fish to shore where the Aborigines could catch them more easily. The dolphins' part of the deal was to share in the catch.
These dolphins are having a great day. They love to interact and play with the boat and the surf.
So far, so good. We've been capturing some great shots of dolphins. It's wonderful to record the natural behavior of dolphins at play. The fish life here is a real mixture. There's some you wouldn't want to touch. Take a close look at this narrow-line toadfish and then avoid it. The flesh is extremely poisonous. Here's another green turtle. They're fairly common around Fraser Island, which is well known as a breeding, egg-laying, and feeding area. Seaweed is one of the turtle's favorite food sources, and it's tangled up with fishing line. This form of pollution can be deadly. The turtle can choke to death or die of slow starvation when their digestive system becomes blocked by the nylon fishing line.
Wow, our attention quickly turns to a pair of green turtles mating close to the shore. This is such a rare opportunity that it's Terri's turn to go into the ocean with the underwater camera.
While filming, we're very careful not to interrupt. The mating turtles seem to be oblivious to our presence. The individual turtles swimming around the pair are also part of the ritual. Turtle mating is a group event.
I'm trying to avoid upsetting the turtles, make sure my wife doesn't drown, avoid the surf and... disastrous results. The two mating turtles didn't even acknowledge my near-death experience. The big problem I've got here, as the surf crashes in, the suction holds me under the boat and my legs are trapped.
It looks disastrous for us, but even all this activity wasn't enough to distract the turtles from the task of ensuring the continuation of their species.
Both Terri and I were concerned about each other, but our greatest concern, as always, is not upsetting this once-in-a-lifetime experience, the two turtle lovers.